we are going to learn how to extract data from a scanned PDF file. Okay, so if you look into this PDF file, then you'll see this is an image instead of normal text. So if it was a normal text, I could select a specific part of the text, but I cannot do that because it's a scanned PDF file. And if you look into this, I do have 15-page long PDF file, and I do have tables in all of these pages, and I do have headers like the main group of that particular table. So I want to extract this data from this PDF file using PyMUPDF and other libraries using optical character recognition or OCR. Okay, and if you look into this, there are some multiple lines, like you can see same rows span into multiple lines. We want to do that as well. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways in 3 different videos. The first one is using OCR and Tesseract and PyMUPDF to extract this data, and I'll explain why this one is not the best one and what are the challenges. Okay, and in the next one, so I have 3 different Jupyter notebook. One is this OCR. This is plain OCR with Tesseract and PyMUPDF. I do have LLM Whisper one. In this one, I'm using LLM Whisper and PyMUPDF to extract the data and clean up the data and create that expected output. Okay, and then I do have this one, LLM Whisper and LangChain, and how we can use this LLM Whisper to extract OCR data, and then we can use LLM to extract the relevant part of that particular data. So 3 different videos in 3 different way to solve this particular problem, and which one is better and which one is not. So consider subscribing and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Let's start with this OCR. This is the plain OCR one. So let me just open Jupyter Notebook. For this to work, we need Tesseract. Okay, and in this OCR, I'll show you 2 different ways. One is the Tesseract way, and we have another package that is OCR My PDF. We can use that as well. And if you want to use the plain Tesseract, then you need to install this Tesseract. You can click on this and you can get that installer, okay, from this section, and you need to install that. So you need to install that, and if you want to use OCR My PDF, then you need Ghostscript along with this Tesseract. So download this from here as well. I'll put this file links in the description, so please find that code and this documentation from the description. So we need PyMUPDF for extracting the data from the PDF file page by page, and then we need PyTesseract and Pillow. We need OCR My PDF. So if you want to use OCR My PDF, then we need this one. So I'm just installing all of these libraries. So let me just run this, and you need to specify this PyTesseract Tesseract CMD, and you can see it's installed in this particular location. So let me just show you. You can see this is Tesseract OCR, and you can find that Tesseract exe in this particular folder. Okay, tesseract.exe. So you need to install that Tesseract from this link, and once you install that, you need to set that location of that Tesseract exe. I already did that, and all of these libraries is already installed, so I don't need to do this again. You can see it says requirements already satisfied. Now I'm just specifying the file name, so let me just show you. This rfe225.pdf is my file name, and I'm just opening that using PyMUPDF. Now I do have 2 different utility function. Okay, one is that plain Tesseract with the PyMUPDF, and another one, this is just the code from this PyMUPDF, and you can just go to their location as well. I have extracted that part that is relevant for this particular tutorial video. This one is using OCR My PDF package. You can see it says requires OCR My PDF. So I have 2 different ways. One is this get text using Tesseract and get text using OCR My PDF. So let me just run this, and this is very plain code. You can see I'm just passing this page, and I'm just passing this DPI value. I can pass 300, 600 and so on. So it just get that pix map of that particular page with this DPI, and then it's create an image of this particular pix, and then it's extract the text using image to string method, and it return the text. And let me show you this one. I already opened the documents in this line, right? I have run this particular cell, and run this again, and now I can just say get text using Tesseract. Okay, and if I run this, then it will extract the text from that page You can see doc1, that's the second page. And if you look into this, the second page of this particular document, then you'll see we do have DocuSign envelope ID. This is the ID, HDD of Florida response. That's fine. And if you look into this output, DocuSign envelope ID, that's being extracted, and this is good. Now we do have EOC 13, EOC 14, and so on in multiple lines. And if you look into this, we should have EOC 13, this one, and this one in the same line. Let's see if we increase this DPI, okay, and if you get a better result or not. So if you increase the DPI, you will get a better result, okay. So you can see specifying 900, and I'm getting this EFO GIS, so it's not that much better. You can see EOC 14 is still a similar thing. We do have HDD of Florida response. It's in multiple line. Let's try with more DPI, and now you can see it says DocuSign envelope ID, this one, and HDD of Florida response. Now you can see we do have all of this into one line, you know, UOC 13, 1 inch HDPE, SCH, you know, and so on. So if we increase the DPI, then it's being extracted properly. Let's try with other page. And for this first page, you can see it seems really nice. If you look into this, we have electric fiber, optic, open cut, conduit, then we have some description, then we have this table. And if I go into this one, we have this HDD of Florida response, price table, you know, DocuSign, and then electric fiber, then we have some description, and then we have this code, nominal pipe diameter, unit of measure, unit price, and so on. So this seems really good, but it seems like, you know, we have this one into a multiple location. It's not that good, right? So it's really hard to extract data from plain OCR, especially using this Tesseract directly, okay. But if we increase the DPI value, then the extracted text is much better than the less DPI value. And let's try this get text using OCR my PDF, and I have seen that this get text using OCR my PDF, this doesn't perform well as well. So if you look into this, then you can see we do have all of this into multiple lines, and then again these are the description, like, you know, I think that's the second column, that is nominal pipe diameter, right? So these are the nominal pipe diameter in multiple lines, and then we have this units in multiple lines, and then we have this second option, then we have this pricing. So it's not really keeping the layout correctly, okay. And if you go into this page 3, that is second index, so if you look into this, so it's not keeping the layout properly. It's extracting the data. It seems really nice that it is extracting the data properly, but it's not keeping the layout, right? So this is the two way that you can use OCR and, you know, PyMu PDF and Tesseract to extract the data. But it's really hard to extract data in a structured format from this particular PDF file using this OCR only. So that's why we have this second video, that is using LLM Whisper. That LLM Whisper helps to solve this problem. It extracts the data, and it also keep the layout intact, okay. So that is in the second video, so please consider subscribing and check the second video.